want to see what we do every month. So.
So we're like, you want to turn your microphones on? All right, it's 6 o'clock. Welcome. We have two public hearings before we get into the call meeting, or the regular city council meeting. Public hearing number one for the budget. Winterville City Council will hold two public hearings, Tuesday, November 5th, 2024 at 6 p.m. and Tuesday, November 12th, 2024, 6 p.m. tonight, Winterville City Hall, to receive public input regarding the proposed City of Winterville budget for the year 2025. Documents are available for review at City Hall or on the city's website, www.cityofwinterville.com. Those wishing to address mayor and council are required to sign up on a form provided by the city prior to commencement of the hearing. Wendy, anybody sign up?
Yeah.
Thank you, Chief. Diane Green, would you like to approach the podium to discuss anything about the budget?
No.
Okay.
I thought it was just a secret.
You just wanted me to read your name and buzzer. That worked.
That's the attitude of someone who's ready to serve.
Yeah. All right. Well, and we're a small town. Hopefully you all seen the budget. Chief looked at the budget from a public safety standpoint. So public safety committee, we didn't alter anything. Everything stayed the same. We may have to tweak some line items and shift some things around, but that doesn't affect the bottom line number of the department. So with that, I will close the public hearing for the budget and open the second public hearing charter amendment. Y'all don't have to give me a minute. City of Winterville, acting by and through the mayor and city council of Winterville, desires to amend the charter of the city of Winterville pursuant to its authority conferred by the Constitution and laws of Georgia. The purpose of this amendment is to allow the city of Winterville to grant licenses to sell distilled spirits within the city of Winterville. Therefore, the mayor and city council of Winterville propose that section 25 of the charter of the city of Winterville be amended to delete the following from section 25 in its entirety. And this is the deletion. The mayor and city council shall forever be prohibited from granting licenses or permits in any form to anyone to sell distilled spirits within the city of Winterville. The mayor and city council shall be authorized to grant licenses or permits to persons to sell or manufacture malt beverages or wine within the city of Winterville in accordance with the laws of the state of Georgia and any rules, regulations, and ordinances enacted by the city of Winterville, and to substitute the following words in lieu thereof. The mayor and city council shall be authorized to grant licenses or permits to persons to sell or manufacture malt beverages, wine, or distilled spirits within the city of Winterville in accordance with the laws of the state of Georgia and any rules, regulations, and ordinances enacted by the city of Winterville. Any portion of that charter, in conflict with this ordinance amending the charter of the city of Winterville will be repealed upon final adoption of the amending ordinance. Public hearings on the ordinance amending the charter of the city of Winterville will be held at the mayor and city council's regular meeting on November 12th, 2024, December 10th next month, 2024, which will be held at the Winterville City Hall, 125 North Church Street, Winterville, Georgia 30683. A copy of this ordinance is on file with the Winterville City Clerk and the Clerk of Superior Court of Athens, Clarke County for purposes of examination and inspection by the public. A copy of the proposed amendment is available upon written request of the Winterville City Clerk, Wendy Bond, 125 North Church Street, P.O. Box 306, Winterville, Georgia. 306, Winterville, Georgia 30683. This 8th day, that's the correct date, on this 12th day of November 2024. So, do we have anybody signed up for that public hearing, Wendy? Chief, do you see anybody signed up back there? So this is the mechanism to allow for a referendum. So the citizens have to vote, and David, you stop me when I speak out of turn. The citizens have to vote to allow this at the end of the day next year in November.
This just removes any local charter restriction on it, so it will solely be governed by state law.
Yeah. And
That means the referendum and all that.
State law requires us to have a referendum, so citizens will vote on this, and this is merely to enact liquor by the drink in restaurants. So, nobody signed up for that one? Okay, I'll close that public hearing. And I will call the regular meeting to order. Would everybody please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. thank you all for being here. Got a big crowd tonight. Let's have a popular person in the room, or an unpopular agenda item on the agenda. So, approval of the minutes. Do we have the minutes from our October meeting, and has everyone had a chance to look over those? Do you have an approval?
Well, we do, I want to make one small amendment, I just called them, a minor typo here. In the sixth item, it says 70% of this is a solar project. The 70% will be funded from SPLOST 2020, that is correct, but it says the remaining 20% from the general fund. Well, we need to get to 100%, so that should be 30%. So with that amendment, I move to approve.
We were just making sure you were paying attention. All right, so I have a motion with an amendment to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion carries. Minutes are approved. Thank you. We do have an exciting agenda tonight. So first up on the agenda is adoption of the 2025 budget. We've had our public hearings. Are we ready to adopt the budget and move into 2025 with our new fiscal plan?
We are.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The budget for 2025 is approved. So, somebody stopped me at the grocery store parking lot today and asked me, told me about something that was going on downtown, and I was like, oh man, I'd love to go to that, but we have a city council meeting at 6 o'clock, and he was like, I'll sit in for you, and I was like, perfect. I said, all we're doing tonight is approving the 2025 budget, voting on a new police chief, hiring a new director of our cultural center. He's like, I'll just let you check. Thank you guys. So moving on to agenda item number 2, we have interviewed a candidate for our police chief position with the city of Winterville. And first, let me say a big thank you to Chief David Painter. You will forever be a bright light in the Winterville Police Department, city of Winterville. So appreciate it. And that comes from the bottom of every citizen's heart, I think, because everybody that stops me loves to see you on the street. So, and you know, you and I have become close friends. So I appreciate your service to this city. And when I reached out in the middle of the night needing that, you were there. So I'll never forget that. But we have an important duty tonight, and safety committee has interviewed a candidate, and I have also had a conversation with our candidate, and I feel like we're ready to approve our new police chief. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, could I get a name put forward and a motion?
Yes.
Do we need, just the name, right? Is that information?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to move that we approve Colt Young as the next Winterville Police Chief.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Young, would you step forward, please? We'll go over here by David. I'll go over here by the flag. We'll swear our new chief in. Everybody meet Colt Young, your new police chief. Yeah, if you would, you want to step out here?
Sorry.
All right, raise your right hand, and then I'll read most of it. I'll just ask you to state your name. I state your name.
Colt Young,
Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America, the Constitution of the State of Georgia, the Charter and ordinances of the City of Winterville, and that I will, to the best of my ability, faithfully perform the duties of the office of Chief of Police of the Winterville Police Department during my continuance therein, so help me God.
I do.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks, sir. Thanks, sir. Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and thank you all for being here supporting.
Yeah, thanks, sir.
Police Council, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, so I get, oh, you know what, we're gonna get some, get a couple pictures
Yeah,
real quick.
absolutely.
Hey, chief.
Oh, sounds very
Sorry, David.
My leg.
All right.
Second in.
David, if you get in there, we could have law and order.
All right, congratulations.
All right, Chief, where you gonna sit? Right there?
Congratulations.
And thank you, safety committee, and everybody that was a part of that. So it's good to have Cole join the team, join the family here. So look forward to many good years of service, Chief Young. So,
Thanks, sir.
welcome.
Got a good ring to it.
Yeah, it does have a good ring to it. All right, moving on to item number 3, Cultural Center Director position. We've also had a lot of experience with this person, and we feel ready to make a move and put a permanent person in place in this position. So do I have a motion and a name to put forward for Cultural Center Director?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to put Tina Mills in as the permanent director.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? I'm gonna give that one a little extra.
Be wise.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations. We expect big things out of you.
We're doing big things, Mayor.
All right, moving forward, some more exciting projects for the city now. The Blacksmith Shop Award, we were, had 2 bids that were submitted to us, and discussed the low bid last week, which was Character Built. And this is part of the grant award, which will be covered by the CDBG grant. And the dollar figure, do you have that written down? David, I'll pass this to you after I leave this. Total bid, Character Built. $320,474.07, with add alternate pricing at $26,000 to make a total of possible $347,028.25, which comes well within the $490,000 grant we've been awarded. So, with that, we've had them vetted. David, would you check that out? We've had them vetted and approved by Regional Commission. They've done their due diligence and they check all the boxes, and if we feel so inclined, we can put them forward for today to start working on the blacksmith shop. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved. Okay. I have a motion to approve Character Built as contractor on the blacksmith shop project. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for that. Okay, intersection improvements bid award. We had 3 bids there, and the low bidder on that project was College Pro Landscaping at
I got it, $327,730.
And I think we had some questions from council, but I think those have been buttoned up to the satisfaction of council members. So do I have a motion to put forward the College Pro Landscaping on the intersection improvements project?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion?
I just wanted to let the other council members know that I did speak with College Pro Landscaping earlier today about this, and just doing our due diligence to make sure, because their bid was lower than the rest, and they reviewed the scope of work, and everything seemed to be in order, and for their side, they're just gonna double check and make sure they didn't miss anything, but actually does seem to be in order with that.
Great. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I will email Regional Commission and I will email WA Engineering and tell them to proceed. All right, and I'm gonna need need some help on this one because I don't have the paperwork
I
that you were
don't have
talking
it
about.
either. I couldn't, I know Chief provided us the hard copies, but I don't have it.
Warnerville Volunteer Fire Department golf cart.
What are you
Using-
looking for?
The
Amount?
quote, he handed it out, I think, at the workshop, but I could not. find it.
Using, SPOS funding. We're gonna put one of those packages on it that all the Mustangs have in town.
I'm good with that.
Is that good?
I'm good with
So
it.
y'all just real loud, sounds like you're going real fast, that way it
That's right.
sounds like y'all are going a lot faster.
Do you, Chief, do you happen to have the quote number?
When do you have that? I can bring a copy.
I couldn't locate it earlier today. I mean, I remember, I'm good with the number, so, when we looked at it last time, but I just don't recall the exact amount. Yeah, it's not, it wasn't email, it was a hard copy. Yeah, I was looking for it today in email too. Wait. I think I might have it right
Good.
here. Yeah, is this a quote from, Fat Boys Carts?
That's it.
Okay, I got it.
How fitting.
This was the estimate dated 10/7/2024. The total was 11,388. Does that sound right to you? It was 10,545 plus tax.
No,
We're
no,
tax
no,
exempt.
the tax will be off.
I met with the actual owner.
Okay.
Didn't mean to interrupt, but we'll bring our copy of our tax exempt certificate,
Right.
but we will not be charged tax.
So they-
Okay, so the subtotal prior to tax,
Correct,
and that does 10,545. Is that Jill?
correct.
Okay.
That's
Then-
turnkey.
Okay, great. Well, I'll make a motion that we approve funding in the amount of $10,545 for Winterville Volunteer Fire Department golf cart.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? And I have one item. Where is it gonna live? What space in that building is it gonna live in?
It would be on the, when you walk in the bay, where the engine's at, to the left-hand side.
Because what if those future renovations occur, where will
It
it?
can go behind the SUV.
Okay. All right, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, motion carries. Proceed, chief.
All right.
Winterville Gallery request. This is something that we might need to table because of developing the story from today. So can I have a motion to table this agenda item until next month?
So moved.
Have a motion, have a second?
Second.
A motion, and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. All right. And T-SPOS, project proposals for ACC. Everybody have a chance to review those? Good enough to put this forward tonight? Okay.
Did.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion.
Melissa, Jonathan, 1, 2.
What project are
The 5 points, they're ones we've talked to Buck about, except for the Smithsonian curve, that's pulled out to do now.
Mm.
Yeah. So the other ones that we've discussed with Buck are on the,
I have a list if we need it.
yeah.
I can give it to you afterwards, we can discuss now, but I have a document here.
GMA franchise fees program, great opportunity to possibly recoup some funding, franchise fees funding. So I'm all for it, $1,000 and $1,050, is that right?
$1,050.
Okay, we'll just use general fund to pay that. So do I have a motion to approve?
Yeah, I move to approve spending $1,050 out of the general fund to enter into a year-long agreement with GMA to investigate franchise fees and city ordinances.
Perfect. Motion is, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Good job. Thank you for doing that work,
Yeah.
Jonathan.
Cool.
Good stuff. All right. Quotes for City Hall. I don't think we're ready with everything yet. Tom, quotes for City Hall bathroom project.
We're short a couple of quotes.
We're short some.
Table till next month.
I'm hoping that it'll be done, the bids will be done by, the end of the month. And the
Okay.
permits will be, issued by then. So the first of December, probably, we can vote on it.
Okay.
I just have a quick question, just to make sure I got the areas right. I've got, what I've got quote so far, construction, general construction, electrical and plumbing, that's it, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So do I have a motion to table until December?
So moved.
I have a motion, I have a second.
Second.
I have a motion, who?
Uh-oh.
He got it.
Anybody got there now? Melissa got it. Tabled until December, motion is second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Tabled until December, thank you. All right, decommissioned police car sale to Oglethorpe County, $2,000. Do I have a motion to approve?
So,
I have a motion, Melissa. Do I have a second?
second.
And Jonathan, second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you for handling that, Chief Painter.
sir.
So what do I call you now?
Lieutenant Payne.
Lieutenant Painter. Is that correct, Chief
Yes.
Young?
Yes. That was the plan beforehand.
We had it worked out.
All right. Okay, so, we've had our public hearing for the, charter amendment, and we need to have 2 votes, correct, Dave?
One vote today, one vote next month.
Yeah, 1 vote today, 1 vote next month, so, do I have a motion to adopt, what language do I need to use there? To adopt
So adopt an ordinance to amend the charter.
the ordinance to amend the charter, the first vote of 2. Do I have that motion?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion, and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. First motion.
I meant to say aye.
So the next one will be in December?
Yes.
Okay.
Next vote in December. Another public hearing, another vote. All right. So last item on the new business is the code text amendment. And just, I just kind of asked David to maybe kickstart us, and then via email, we can go back and forth on how we want to, what language we want to use to tighten up this ordinance to create language to allow for a certain special use while protecting other areas within the city.
So, last month, we had a discussion about, putting a special use for wood yards within certain zoning districts. So hopefully the past month they've come up with some ideas which you'll want to have in that ordinance. I can take a crack at preparing one, I can circulate draft ordinance, then y'all can kind of fill up the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
The purposes of timing, any sort of notice, we want to try to, there has to be at least a public ad, at least 15 days,
Yeah.
and no more than 45 days before it's adopted. So we want to try to get this before our next meeting in December 10th, then we're gonna have to get public notice out to hit the newspaper no later by November 22nd, which is next Friday.
Okay, and how much of the language do we have to have completed by then?
There needs to be a general idea. I mean, obviously, the draft ordinance is not to be identical
Right.
for what's out there, but I think there needs to be at least somewhat of an idea as to what, gives one an idea of what we're gonna be doing.
Sure. I think we can do those 2 things parallel. Can you help us?
Yeah.
Can you help us with the ordinance and then help us get that public notice drafted so we can go ahead and get that in by next?
So I think at a minimum, we'd say minimum, an ordinance to allow special uses in certain, wood yard special use in certain residential zoning districts.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Now, do we have an existing definition of what a wood yard is that we can
So,
reference
that's a
to
good
keep
question.
it from being too broad?
So what I'll do is, a lot of local governments incorporate definitions from the NAICS, which is some sort of federal something, that basically has different classifications. That's a good idea for like a good objective
Yeah.
use definition. So I'll start there first.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I mean, whatever y'all want to define wood yards, how you want to define it. So I'll start there.
That's a good start.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Perfect. All right, so no action needed there tonight from council. So that concludes the new business section. We'll move into committee reports, public finance, councilpersons Mosley and Johnson.
Well, the big news is, we adopted our budget tonight, and that was a lot of work that went into that from the budget committee and others, so thanks to everybody that worked on that, and we think we're in pretty good shape. I don't really have anything else to add unless you do, Jonathan. As I always say, if you are curious about the budget, it's available here to the public at City Hall. You can come by and take a look for yourself, and that concludes my report.
All right. Thank you for that. Public safety, councilperson Metzger and Mosley.
Well, our big news is that we just hired a new police chief. So, two very active committees this month.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I don't have anything. Well, that's not entirely true. We do have,
Well, we do have updates on calls.
yeah, I can provide those real quick.
Chief, anything to add?
No, sir.
Okay. That.
Well, I'll use you guys' stats.
Okay.
You have it? I have it if you don't.
If you have it, go for
I
it.
do.
Thanks, Sol.
Just a quick update, just for and typically, new chief, Young, we would ask you to just to give us like an update, kind of like an overview of the month, so just, obviously you don't have it tonight. But we do have one from, yes, where's yours?
I said the hell with it.
In true outgoing fashion.
Yes. You're on the World Wide Web without it.
Smoking under two police officers.
Okay, really quick, 8 calls for our volunteer fire department, 6 EMS assists, 1 fire alarm, which is at Winterville Elementary, and 1 structure fire, over on Oakmont, which we
Yeah.
know about. So, and then lots of training going on, and then the trunk retreat, which you're right, was a great success, the whole community, actually.
And Winterville Elementary was just a drill.
Yeah,
They just forgot to call
they forgot
everybody.
to tell.
Oh, good.
So we ran over there and typed it.
Oh,
We helped them out with the drill.
And the house fire was,
Terrible.
I was there with y'all, that was terrible. And, you know, and I need to get in touch with Dylan and those fellows, with a couple of local heroes on top of the heroes you guys already are. So a lot of people working together to help that situation that day. That was a bad day. So David and Barbara, I'm glad they're both okay, but that could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Do we know the exact cause yet?
So they're pretty much attributed to the, hot water heater, gas hot water heater in the
They are
garage.
definitely. Yeah.
Exploded.
Yeah, so thank y'all for everything you do for the city and our citizens in times of distress. Does that conclude your report? Okay, Public Works, Councilperson Johnson.
Yes, well, the main thing is, what we talked about earlier, we're not gonna vote on it, but, we're getting estimates to do some renovations here, but also to add bathrooms on City Hall, which would be really nice for the trail users and other park users, everyone in this area. And aside from that, I know Tom would like to speak for a minute about the train and the parade. I'll just.
I'll talk later.
Oh, okay. I thought first you wanted to make that. Okay, never mind. We'll talk later. That concludes my report.
Yeah, the last time Tom and I took the train downtown, we vowed we would never take the train downtown again because it literally almost broke my shins in half coming back off the trailer when we were loaded up. The train stopped itself from going right through my legs. It stopped itself in the ground, dug into the ground.
Who wanted to take it?
This
Who
time,
wanted to take it to the parade?
we're going to try to do it a much easier way on everybody this go around, especially on me and Tom.
yes.
We will just watch and ride. So,
He took off all of next December.
all right, does that conclude, public works report? Tom, do you have anything to add?
Unless you have, yeah.
Okay. Communications, Councilperson Metzger.
That's me. So I would just like to talk about the parade for 2 seconds. That's probably the next thing coming up between now and our next meeting. And I have lots of people to ask to be helping in the parade, so you'll be getting a message from me. But it is on the 5th of December. So it is Thursday in downtown Athens. So please plan on going and supporting us on our little train, Red Arch train. So, that's it.
Okay. All right, does that conclude your report? Okay, thank you for that. Cultural Center, are you here to report Cultural Center, Diane?
No, no. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Oh, that's right.
Boy, oh boy, have we got lots going on at the Winterville Cultural Center. We have an art gallery opening this Saturday from 5 to 7. We have the Small Works featured upstairs in the gallery that are priced to sell for the holidays. Nothing says I love you quite like the gift of local art from a local artist. And what better way to express your love at Christmas than to give an artist some money for their hard-made art. So we also have a Van Morrison tribute band coming on November the 30th, which is not a football day. It's the Saturday following Thanksgiving, doing the horn section. It's going to be a really good time. The bar has been really successful at the Marigold Auditorium, and we have turned a profit on all our shows that we've thrown this fall. Some things to look forward to. Further on down the winter, we will be having a Valentine's Spectacular, a Motown show starring the Splits Family Band if you're in love. And if you're not in love, we're going to have a haters ball on February the 15th.
Why are you staring at me?
I'm staring at him. We're kind of in the pipeline for tribute bands now, so we will be having more tribute bands coming to the space. I gave a tour for a wedding party today that's scheduled in November of next year, and we will be hosting our first all-encompassing wedding on January the 11th. Yes.
Great.
Married in the auditorium and reception at the Cultural Center, and they've agreed to provide photos for us for our promotions in the future.
That's been a dream for so long.
So
That's
the Marigold Scholarship is going to be awarded on Saturday in public, and I was going to ask the mayor to also go to the elementary and award it to the student in person at a later time that we can set up. So that's the highlights. If you want to know more, get on our website. That's wintervillcenter.com and marigoldauditorium.com.
And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that's Cultural Center Museum report. Mr. Scott?
Yes, and I brought our marquee manager emeritus. He wanted to see what I do every week on Tuesdays, so thanks for being entertaining, oddly enough. So a couple of things. I do want to go ahead and thank all the departments that helped with the Winterville Elementary Tour last month. You good, buddy? Okay, he's good. We had fire was involved, PD, museum, of course, City Hall, Dodd, you guys, everybody was great. We had a crazy rotation schedule and I worked all around it, so thank you all for that. Yep. The museum, we did have a tour of Presbyterian Village that came by about 2 weeks ago. We had 24 visitors that came by. For the Halloween event, we prepared 300 grab bags of candy and ran out. We also prepared 200 crafts and ran out. We had a naming contest for our skeleton, and the top 6 names are going to be going into a Facebook poll for people to vote on. So watch our Facebook page for that, because we need to give him a name as our new mascot. We had our first cemetery tour in October. It sold out, so we opened it up again. So it sold out again. So then more people showed up afterwards with cash too. So it went very, very well. We're going to start doing that, I think, every quarter, doing themed tours. So maybe people who have won quality or we're involved in the city one way or another, something like that, okay? Okay, buddy, I'm almost done, okay? As far as the museum goes, that's it. We have a few things of HPC news, though. Thank you. We did get in our historic district signs.
Nice.
So we're gonna have 3 of these.
Will you bring one to me?
Sure.
Nice.
These will be at the entrance to the historic district on Main, North Main, South Main, and North Church.
You happy with the color?
Yeah, it's fine, looks good. And then we have one sign the same, but it has a tribute to Jimmy Tucker on it, and that'll be going on the entrance at Hardeman near where his home
Oh, great.
was.
That's great.
Yeah. So we
Thank you for putting that together, doing that work.
No problem. We're gonna get them posted real soon, so you'll see them near the trail and the road real soon. And lastly, just about the bathrooms, we need to see a COA for that, and so if you guys have one, we'd love to take a look at it for the city hall bath.
Yeah.
And that's all I have for my report.
Great. All right.
Anything you want to report? Okay, we're good.
No marquee report?
You want to all laugh again?
All right, thank you for that report. So Maryville Market, Sarah and I had a meeting today with the Athens Farmer Market Director, Brian. We had a really good meeting because I wanted to connect them because we're reaching 6% of our citizens with both markets, and I felt like if there was a little more coordination and a little more partnership between the county and the city markets, I think they would both fare better. We do have a lot of exciting projects Sarah's been working on really hard, so I'm excited about what we're doing here. And I feel like we're on solid ground, but I do feel like there's an opportunity for us not only to help them, but for them to definitely help us. So we had a really good meeting to try to coordinate that today. And then I'm having another meeting with the Market and Wholesome Wave Group for the state of Georgia this Thursday to try to get some more funding for our market and the folks we serve here locally. So that's kind of the report. I don't know if anybody read anything else from Sarah's report that stood out, but that's kind of what she and I have been working on this week. So library report. Sam, welcome.
Thank you. We had a very fun, very busy October at the library. Our special event was a musical story time with Mayor Dodd as a part of the Georgia Mayor's Reading Club. We had a great story time. The kids were able to play along on instruments, and then we enjoyed a visit of the Marigold Express driven by Mr. Dave. And we had an hour of train rides through Winterville for our story time goers and anyone else who wanted to join. We had a few people hop on. In October, the library had 913 patron visits, answered 172 reference questions, and circulated 2,414 items. We also provided 16 programs with a total of 328 attendees, including weekly story time, 4 separate book clubs, musical story time, a horror movie trivia night, and a pumpkin painting night. We enjoyed having Winterville Elementary visit the library as a part of the city visit. We had a short story time, a craft, and colored pages prepared for them. Really enjoyed being a stop on the Trees on the Trail event and saw over 200 trick-or-treaters. Coming up, we have a new art show by Vicky Tavernier and Jennifer Ford, which will run through December 27th. We're going to host a Christmas pajama party on December 10th with our advisory board, and we'll be screening The Polar Express, so that's going to be fun. And then we will be closed Wednesday, November 20th, I think that's next Wednesday, for region-wide staff development day, as well as Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving, 28th and 29th.
Great. Does that complete your report?
It does.
Thank you so much for that, and I so enjoyed being in the library, and I always do being with you. You do such a great job. I feel like when I'm there that the kids come for the training.
A lot of them didn't know. The trainers have been there. It was a surprise.
But thank you. I always enjoy it. Thanks for the great work you're doing there. We appreciate it. Clerk's report. Wendy, what say you?
No, don't have anything.
Nothing? Okay. David?
The Unified Government reached out to me about issue with illegal dumping at the facility that we have here. And I guess historically, our code enforcement has enforced that. Is that correct?
Tom?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
So local dumping, the illegal dumping at the recycling center, and code enforcement has helped out a little bit, but it's really been...
Well, their idea is that who has jurisdiction over that? Who writes the tickets and who collects the money?
Right.
And that's kind of where it's at now.
It's always been a little confusing over there.
So, I mean, if it's in Winterville, then it'll be our jurisdiction to enforce it.
If, and I'm not sure this is the case, but is that property leased to the county? Or can it be leased to the county?
But, or a better question, can it? I don't think it is leased to the county.
From my understanding, it's just intergovernmental agreement.
Yeah.
So-
Okay, so what do we need to do basically?
So, he was telling me, I think they subcontract out a lot of this, or I guess they have people, some agency that takes photographs,
Mhm.
and they kind of follow up with that. One underlying issue that I see is that we don't have same, I'm fine kind of doing what they do because we have intergovernmental agreement with them, but we need to have consistency with our ordinances in regards to violations for solid waste,
Mhm.
these types of things. So that really be, I think the first step is to adopt an ordinance that basically mirrors their same penalties, fines, violation structures. Because right now in Winterville, we just have a general littering ordinance,
Okay,
which isn't really,
right.
doesn't really apply to this scenario. So I think that the first step is at least get something in the books in place so we can be consistent with the unified government. And then, once we have that in place, either our code enforcement officer can do this, or we can kind of figure out what they're doing and have this kind of common approach to the same problem.
Okay.
And we also had some other things come up recently that was
Well,
trash related. Can we do that at the same time?
yeah. And we probably need to do that quick because the holidays are when we get, like Thanksgiving and Christmas is when it really gets abused over there. So we should probably do it sooner than later.
If everybody doesn't know it, it's illegal to dump stuff over there. And it's could be $1,000 fine. So just don't get caught.
But, whenever we've talked about cameras over there with Joe from ACC, Joe Dunlop, he's talked about it being difficult to kind of follow through with those. So it's always been like, we've never been, I don't know, it's just never been something where we felt that's the right thing to do. Whatever we need to do, let's do it.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna have something on the books, I mean, one, we gotta get something on the books that makes it clear what they're doing is against a law in Winterville. And then it just becomes an enforcement mechanism.
Okay.
I mean, I doubt someone's dumping something off and leaving a return address, so.
Right. Okay, well, let's do that. Can you help
Yeah.
us with that?
Yeah, I can get that planned today.
Okay, anything else?
And can we
Yeah,
also
report.
include, is it appropriate for us to include the situation with cans and that, do we have that? Because we don't have anything that specific.
Or like recycling too.
Well, just leaving cans out over, and what was it? It was.
We got a citizen complaint with someone who leaves their cans out 24/7
And you would look at it, and we don't have anything in the codes.
Oh, the trash cans,
That's
so
right,
yeah,
yes.
I thought those were like
Yes.
littering cans.
Can you address that too?
Yeah, can we address that at the same time? Because they do have something on the books very
Yeah.
explicitly.
Yeah. Let's,
Yeah, we are ACC would be
Yeah.
good, yes.
yeah, that'd be great. And then we need to fill our code enforcement position. So, that's another step. It's a recently vacated position. All right, so my report is, the only thing I'll say is, it was a little eye-opening, and we're fortunate every day to be Wintervilleans, and blessed, and, I think my socks say, I love this.
Darn, I love this town.
Yeah, those are my socks that my kids gave me. But I went to the Georgia Association of Regional Commissions meeting and heard from a lot of the cities and counties that were in the path of Helene. And we obviously saw news and we heard stories and we knew all that. But man, when you hear the numbers and you hear the on the ground effect that it had in those cities, and the fact that it was a Category 3 when it went through Valdosta and the winds, and I don't know if y'all seen a picture of it, but the DOT commissioner showed pictures from up and down different highway corridors and all the signs that were down, but a stop sign literally wedged like 5 inches into a telephone pole. And he said, this is why we don't let our crews go out until after the winds are down, and you guys know that till the winds are below 40, 35, 40 miles an hour. But farmers, $3.4 billion loss this year for farming, all farmers in the state of Georgia, whether it's poultry, whatever, peanuts, any of that. So just, you know, I say all that to be mindful this holiday season of fellow Georgians and your brothers and sisters in the state of Georgia, and anything y'all can do to help. And we're certainly looking for ways to do that too, but we were lucky that we, you know, avoided that hit that we thought we were gonna get that they got. And the other thing I'll say is, Halloween, gosh, what a community this is. You know, you throw a little party and the world shows up, and it's safe and sweet, and just a beautiful community out, and a beautifully diverse community out, laughing and smiling and dancing together.
Where did we get 8,000 kids though?
I've never seen
I
that
don't
many
know.
kids.
I don't know. The public works guys, I thought they were sitting there so still in their ATVs. I mean, I couldn't believe how still Steve was sitting.
Just like,
But that was a great job, everybody. And then we have Christmas coming up, so the Marigold Market and Christmas in Winterville, and just a lot to be thankful for. I'm thankful for each of you. I'm thankful to be your public servant. Thank you for all the hard work you guys did tonight. Welcome aboard, Chief. Welcome aboard, Tina. Thank you for all the hard work we'll look at, and we'll look forward to seeing from you and all the hard work you've already put in. Thank you for all the hard work you all already do. A big action-packed agenda tonight. We got a lot done. The big projects at the blacksmith shop and the intersection improvements. Everybody be patient with PD because we got intersection improvements coming. So everybody be patient because progress is improvement, right? It takes a little time. So, and it'll make the road safer, Main Street safer. So thank you all for being here tonight. Do we have any public comments? Yes, ma'am?
We have trees. Brian got us another grant to give away trees, so.
We're gonna have to plant trees on top of trees.
Yeah, we have to basically plant trees on top of, so these are for public citizens.
Is that a thing?
Private citizens. And if you want trees, we're having a workshop on Thursday. Susan Russell will help you choose a tree at the Winterville Cultural Center at 6 p.m. And you can order your trees with Wendy at City Hall, and we will pick them up in January. 3 big trees and 1 small tree.
Great.
Tina's there for that.
We're going to use the same one as last year, but change the species on it.
Still got it.
We'll talk about that.
Okay. Any other?
Brian has it.
On the 29th is the Buddy Christian Run.
Okay.
The city, we just assist them, in a run through Winterville here.
Chief, yeah, do you mind if I tell them your connection to Buddy?
Sure.
Y'all were partners.
Right.
Yeah, so Chief Painter was Buddy Christian's partner. I don't know if any of y'all knew that.
No, I didn't remember that.
Yes. So,
We worked together for several years.
so that's November 29th?
Yes, at 8 a.m. here.
Okay. Just let me know and work with Chief Young and let us know what we need to do to get ready for that.
Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I said, the Athens Police Department has always taken care of everything. So
Yeah.
we're kind of just here to support.
It's funny, that's one of our quieter big events.
Yes.
You know, it goes off without a hit.
So thank you, that's it.
Any other public comments? Any announcements? And I do not, we have executive session on here, but there's not a need for it.
No, just left over.
Last week.
Agenda.
Strike that. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for being here.
Bruce?